20 years ago, a bunch of teenagers played a game of great and terrible power. There were no rules in early aughts America/Tokyo, until a boy named Yugi discovered that he could abuse the system. Now, it is up to ShibuyaGato.
If you wish to leave this maze, you must go to the stop of games. Once you're there, ask the crew for Bambi on the PS2.
Shora.
You can beg later when you're punished.
Calamity Carl.
This is an entertaining podcast. I'm gonna get some popcorn and a hot dog.
And bio-roxas.
Kaiba raw.
To revisit these past events using the Millennium Microphone and save the world from the Shadow Games, just as that bad Egyptian bitch did 5,020 years ago.
No one expected that, huh?
Oh, god damn.
I'm glad it's a hit. Shit.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Shit. One of my alternative ones was fucking... when you go down and the face look like sewage and spouting water.
What?
When you go down and she looked like sewage and just...
Oh.
It's the fucking...
Bad.
The fucking...
Oh.
I'll get to that when we cover episode
I don't
21.
like that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Look, all I'm gonna say, it's funny that they made the bottom half of the Gate Guardian the water one. It's pretty wet down there, you know what I'm saying?
It's also fucking hilarious that it has a face on its crotch.
That is so
Just
funny.
fucking awful. Fucking awful. Fucking awful.
None of that
Well, you're pure
even
and
crossed
innocent,
my mind.
and we're tainted by the
Hi,
water.
everybody. I'm pretty sure ShibuyaGato cut the fucking audio from
I'm not cutting
right
this. You're
before-
living with your shame. I'm gonna start cutting less so that people can come to you and bring it up the way someone came to Carl's stream and brought up armpits, huh?
Yeah, baby.
There is no shame here.
I've never felt more vindicated than that moment in Carl's stream.
Do you think that I felt any shame? Do you know half the shit I fucking say?
I think that as more people do it, you will feel more shame.
I'm not gonna feel any more shame. I believe you me, my shame is out the
Are
goddamn
you
window.
sure
It's
about
gone.
Yes. I. Okay. Well.
Welcome to the podcast,
Knowing now that
everybody.
Carl is shameless. Hi,
Yay.
hello. What is up, everybody? How are we doing? Let me just, because I forgot to bring up the pinned messages and the format of the podcast.
Onlyfans.com/calamitycarl.
It's a real account.
What's a real account?
It's a real account.
What? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
When I listen back to this, I'm gonna send a DM to this, adding Carl and Shore, and be like, you.
I look forward to it.
You better not, because I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
So, first and foremost, before we even get into the episodes this week, I want to go ahead and give a fucking big shout out to YouTube user Squid Parts, who has been leaving
Me?
who has been leaving
I'll give you a shout-out,
novel-length
Bio.
comments on the Millennium Microphone episodes telling us about the manga differences.
Yeah. I
Oh,
did
that's
see that.
right.
And not in a, well, actually way. No, like, this motherfucker has been going through and leaving the most interesting shit to tell us about the differences. You're cool, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I've been seeing it, but I'm also trying not to actively read it, because at some point I do want to read Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist finally, and, get through the actual original manga. So, for people who are interested, you can go to the comments of, I believe episode 3 is where they've been doing it.
Did it in episode 1 and 2 also.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just going to do it every episode, huh?
I just went through each one. Did he do it in each one? I was like, yeah, holy shit.
That's really neat.
It's raw.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl. Hey, Carl, I'm gonna go ahead and curse you live on the podcast, because I just realized that my YouTube avatar is this.
Oh.
What are you doing to me? Oh.
I'm gonna look at this now, and I'm gonna regret.
It's
No,
a
I don't
really
like
dumb
it.
Kamen
What?
Rider joke.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
No wonder I don't get it, because this ain't a Kamen Rider podcast. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
Not yet, it's not.
Did you know
Wait
that
until
there's a
GX
Kamen Rider
happens.
archetype for
As
Yu-Gi-Oh,
soon
though?
as GX
That's fair.
happens, you're done for.
You know what? That's fair. I'm gonna have to rename the One Piece corner to Carl's Kamen Rider corner.
Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, if you want to help us get to the goal of getting to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and covering that on the podcast, we now have patreon.com/MillenniumMike, where if we can get to $400 per month, we will cover Yu-Gi-Oh! GX featuring the Capsule Monsters arc as a treat.
Oh, we got a Patreon. Go check out.
Patreon.com/Millennium Microphone.
Subscriber else.
Except it's just Millennium Mic. Please don't type in Millennium Microphone. No,
That's
the porn parody.
MILLENNIUMMIC.
2 L's, 2 N's.
What does that pull
Mike
up?
with a C, not a K.
Mike Wazowski with a C.
If any of you spell mic like for microphone with a K, you're fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Don't say that, Carl. But yeah, if you go to patreon.com/Millennium Mike on your phone, funnily enough, Carl gets Mike Wazowski'd. It's very funny.
It's very
It's
funny.
really good. As of the
Look, Mom, I'm a
recording of this
So good.
episode, we're already at 6 patrons at $81 a month.
Thank you all for your support so far. I literally launched it yesterday, and the fact that so many people immediately chimed in with support, it's overwhelming. Just
The fact
seriously,
that people
thank
have
you.
already been chiming in. We already have 3 people at the $25 Blue Eyes White Dragon tier, which means Seto Kaiba himself is simping for us.
That's true.
And for you, 3 $25 patrons.
Thank you so much.
But that's not all. We have other tiers, such as $5 a month for the Celtic Guardians. And at $50 a month, God forbid you decide to give us that much money, you can become one of the Forbidden Ones.
Kaiba will stare at you and just go, it's not possible, for 12 years.
Think of it
The
this way.
Patreon! No one's ever created one of those before!
Think of it this way. 2 of you motherfuckers in the Forbidden One tiers are going to be the arms. I'm only stopping
Listen.
it there.
There are only 6 slots for the Forbidden
No,
Ones. There's the head of the Forbidden One, the
No,
arms of the
there's
Forbidden
not
One,
only
the
6
legs of the
slots.
Forbidden
Don't lie to
One,
them, Shore.
and then
Don't
little
lie,
D.
don't lie. Stop, please. All of these tiers are unlimited. You can also just support whatever amount you're comfortable with or able to. Please take care of yourself first before you.
Yeah, make
before
sure you
donate to
can
anyone.
support yourself and
Yeah.
If it's
only
within
do
your
it if
means,
you want to.
we appreciate it, but we understand if you can't. That's why the majority of our content is going to be available to those not on the Patreon as well.
Yeah.
However,
The Patreon incentives are mostly just fun bonuses, like getting to vote on deck themes for potential future streams that we do where we actually duel each other.
and at higher tiers, actually getting to duel us and probably just blowing us out of the fucking water because anyone who's willing to pay that much probably has some meta deck that'll OTK us.
Yeah, probably. At that point, you're paying less for the thrill of dueling me and more to make me salty live on a stream.
Do it, it's funny.
Do it to Carl too. I've heard that's funny too.
No!
It's only funny when it doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, same.
Damn, it's fucked up. Can't believe you'd say that.
What? Can't believe I would say what you just said. Wow. Okay, hypocrite.
Hey, Shibuya, what does that
All right.
pot of greed say?
All right, so episodes 19 through 24 of Yu-Gi-Oh, the original series. We begin with Pegasus watching maybe the weirdest reality TV show I've ever fucking seen.
It's just Survivor.
A little bit concerned, but Carl, it's Survivor Kids. Don't mix it up.
I wasn't going to say it, that Shibuya fires the god!
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Oh, Carl, if you would watch the shit out of that, there's a show that's basically that.
We know you would.
Except kids in the Old West.
Oh no, that one's so good. I forget what it's called, but I've seen a bunch of people. Kid Nation. It's called Kid Nation.
Kid Nation, yeah.
It's a bunch of kids dropped into an old western town and just being forced to create a democracy.
What?
Like there's an episode where they decide whether they're gonna slaughter a chicken to have chicken for lunch.
What the fuck?
It's wild.
Literally, their first fucking challenge, the reward is basically the decision of, do you want a TV or do you want more outhouses?
You see, I'm picturing more like kids doing Lion King shit. Like one of them's hanging off a cliff and the other's just like, long live the king.
Again, yeah.
Brother, help me. Why didn't you trade me for that rare dark magician girl? Brother, what the fuck?
So yeah, Pegasus watching Pegasus watching Survivor Kids on his giant, not a flat screen because we're in the year 2000 here, but on his big monitor. Meanwhile, Yugi and the gang are all trapped in a cave that it takes them 3 episodes to get out of just because 2 twins decided to fuck with a bunch of kids. And then once they're out, it takes another 3 episodes for them to just, try and fail to beat the shit out of a pretentious CEO.
Young blonde gets gangbanged by hot twins.
No.
That's literally not what happens, but okay. It's young blonde gets gangbanged by 3 bad dragons. All right, let's move on.
Jesus.
Oh my fucking god. So Yugi and Joey have to do a tag team duel against Sam Riegel and some other guy. Because Para's voice actor is Sam fucking Riegel.
No,
that man is everywhere.
I figured, yeah.
I think I just blacked out for all these episodes because I couldn't stand their freaking rhyming.
That's how I felt last episode.
I can assure you they
couldn't
don't
stand
rime in the sub. I can
they
assure you
not?
that's just a 4Kids bit.
Yeah, I couldn't stand their fucking flips.
Oh,
They
I counted.
also
Literally in my
only
notes.
flip.
Oh,
Okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say in JP they only flip the once as an introduction, and then they calm the fuck down like normal human beings. Instead, in 4Kids they flip how many times?
Yeah, I kept count too.
It's like 5 or 6 times in like one episode.
In one
I was
episode?
like, this is. They didn't even change. They didn't even change it. They just
Yeah,
because
because there's only the one animation of them flipping, because they only flip it once.
I just kept going in my notes. Reused animation cycle, go!
Right? I was like, this is such a 2000 anime.
real.
Like
This monster has 1900 attack points. Reused animation cycle.
Oh, it's the worst. I love it and I hate it. But my man Tristan coming out here with one of the best lines he's said up to date in this show. We'll be the team, you do the work. What team, Tristan? What fucking team? What are you contributing to this, Tristan?
So yeah,
Episode 19.
episode 19 is like all just the first section of the duel against the Paradox Brothers, and oh boy howdy, if there was ever a gimmick duel, here it is. You want to play Duel Monsters? How
Yeah.
about Dungeon and Duel Monsters?
What I want to know is, Shibuya, you watched the sub.
Yes.
Were the Kaiba and Mokuba bits also still interspliced in the episodes?
They were, but I will say the biggest change that the dub made to those is that in the dub, from the beginning, Mokuba's just like, Big brother, where are you? And in the sub, Mokuba is like actively trying to be strong and say, don't worry about me, I can take care of myself, and then gradually breaks down, which hits you a lot harder. As opposed to Mokuba, every time they come back to him, just being like, Seto, where are you? Seto!
Right.
Yeah, no, at first in my notes,
like the first scene. The first scene, he's like, oh, he'll come for me. And then just like the next cut, he's just like, he's never coming. Like, I'm dead.
He'll come
It's
get
so
me.
funny.
5 minutes later.
I'm going to
Where
die
are
in
you?
here.
Where is he?
I started off in my notes just like Mokuba with like a crying face, and then it eventually devolved into Mokuba, swear to God, shut the fuck up. Calm the fuck down, dude. Just wait a little longer. It's
so
been
good.
5 minutes.
In fairness, how old is Mokuba? Like 7? Like 8? Maybe 10?
Yeah, he's just like
I'm
5 minutes
trapped in a
forever for a
dungeon and all
7-year-old.
I can think
But
about is my
also-
traumatic
Oh, I mean, he might be,
backstory
like, 20.
exposition.
But I'd also like to point out that they don't show Pegasus ever giving this kid food. This kid probably hasn't eaten in over,
so
in over
hungry.
18 hours.
I had to eat a rat last night.
I'm imagining like Chemo walks in, just drops a bowl of soup on the floor next to him, just goes soup and walks out.
Here's the problem, though. It wasn't a real rat. It was a fucking origami rat.
It was my shoe.
I thought you were going to say it was one of those big gummy rats that actually taste disgusting.
It was an
after a
origami
couple
rat
bites.
because Pegasus just fills his fucking castle with the monster archetype he uses that we'll find out next episode.
Spoilers.
I was gonna say fucking he just ate his shoe. He's just like, I thought it was food. Seto.
I thought it was a burger.
This isn't the first time in your life you're going to taste leather, Mokuba.
Oh, no.
Seto actually cares about
Licking
his
boots.
little brother. Carl, what the fuck?
Look, sometimes you gotta fucking lick some boots to get far in life.
He's it's literally nepotism. What bootlicking does Mokuba need to do, Carl?
Mokuba is in this dungeon like,
I really hope this doesn't become a theme.
And
I'm
we're
so
just
sorry,
like,
Mokuba,
oh,
sweetie.
you poor sweet child.
I love how just the necklace that he has is another Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like,
Yeah, the
It's just like-
pendant being just a card pendant is really funny.
right?
fucking-
I swear they sold that. I swear
Oh,
they
of
probably
course
sold
they
that in
did.
kid stores.
I don't remember them ever. I don't actually remember them ever selling that. I have to fucking look that up now.
They probably did in Japan only. And because, like, in the West, the big thing was the card game. But in Japan, even in the year 2000, people were simping hard for Kaiba and were
Oh,
just
absolutely.
like, I need this.
Can we talk about how they straight up in a 4Kids dub mentioned that their parents died? There's no like they mysteriously vanished.
You know why?
They died. They straight up says they died.
You know why? Because A, there's nothing really horrific to be done about it. And B, how the fuck do you get around the fact that there were orphans? You don't. So you just deal with it and move the fuck on.
They're orphans because their parents vanished. They went on a plane and never came back. No one knows what happened to them. They've done shit like that.
I found it. I actually just immediately found it on
Okay.
CD Japan. It costs 2,200 yen, which is about
That's
$20
$200.
US.
Well, is it made out of, like, silver or gold? At that point?
It does not say what the hell it's made out of. It just has pictures of it. It looks like it's going to be just metal that's gold plated or something. But it does have the Kaiba Corp logo on the
That's pretty
inside
cool.
of it, which
That's
is
raw.
real good.
That's so raw.
So do you think? Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's like a fancy collector's version.
Whoa.
But yeah, 2,200 yen, which is just US
Oh,
$20.89.
2,200. I thought you said it was more. Never mind. Yeah, $20 ain't bad for that.
That's really
No,
good.
God, no. It came out in April 2017.
Damn shit.
Well, yeah, Dark Side of Dimensions.
And it is
Oh,
no
yeah.
longer available.
I'm sure you can find that on eBay for $2,000.
Probably.
Probably.
Yo, how do you think Para and Docs get down there? Like, do you think they have a room they live in down there? Do you think they have like a secret elevator they take to get there, or they just walk through the cave every single day to get down there and go, I hope a kid shows up today, brother. If not, I'll swear to God I'll lose my mind.
Brother, did you remember to bring the map? No, sorry, brother. I was listening to WAP.
Please.
Yes, brother, I have the map right here. That's not the map, that's just the napkin that you drew a Karibo on. Oh, shit.
Carl, literally, there's a door that exits the room. They probably just use that.
Yeah, but that's a long fucking walk, isn't it?
We don't know how long the walk is.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right? They just like walk through it and appear in the
It's
castle.
like, it could be an hour. They gotta walk an hour down this fucking tunnel
Or-
to get down there every single day. That's fucking annoying.
Or they just stand
Yeah, or
there
are they just down there in a room?
doing flips.
Yeah.
Brother, how much does Pegasus pay you? He pays you?
See, what I figure is if they don't leave there at all, then Pegasus probably sends one of his fucking armed goons down there with meals every day. Just be like, so you killed any kids yet?
Brother, I'm buying McDonald's on the DoorDash.
I was waiting for the second part.
I
then.
couldn't think
They
of one.
don't rhyme in Japanese. You don't need to do that.
doesn't
It's over.
crash.
Don't worry. You're safe.
I was trying to think of one. I was like, shit, what about the dash? Let's hope the driver doesn't crash.
Did you make sure they remembered my
Smash.
hash?
Brother, this isn't the weed one.
Man.
Brother, do you want something from Grubhub?
Okay.
No, I'm going to go sit in the tub.
Brother, do you want Taco Bell? No thanks, I'll be in toilet hell.
Can I just bring up how funny it is that the labyrinth maze is like 2 inches tall and everyone can see on it, and yet oh no, okay, that doesn't happen until episode 20. Never mind, I'll save that critique for later then. But yeah,
As soon as they started this, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be one of these episodes where like all the rules are just thrown out the window.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be honest here. The Labyrinth maze, like this entire duel, has D&D First Edition
it wouldn't
like
surprise me.
energy, because fucking D&D First Edition had no roleplay in it. It was just
So
dungeon
Shibuya,
diving.
was the Labyrinth a magic card in Japanese?
No, it's still a monster.
Why is the Labyrinth a monster? Why is it a fucking monster?
Because it has no attack, it's just defense, which, speaking of, why couldn't they just attack the labyrinth with a strong enough card?
That's what I was thinking. I saw it had 0 attack points, and I was just like,
Well,
just
play it in
attack.
defense.
Just
Yeah, they played it in defense. It's just like,
But it still only has like 2,000 defense.
It has
They brought out the
3,000
fucking
defense.
yeah, they brought out the fucking.
They have a monster
3K
with more than
defense.
3k attack points at one point.
Yeah. So I was like, just fucking destroy it, bro. Get it out.
okay.
Like-
also,
just-
there were 2 doors, right? Like I'm not crazy.
Yes, there were
Like
two
just
doors.
two doors.
in the game, in the match, there were 2 doors.
Two
That's
doors.
what they were working towards.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
nothing happens, right?
Well, yeah, they had to wipe out their life points so they could win the duel.
The point is that once you make it through the labyrinth, you've earned the right to choose a door, and that was a metaphor for the literal choosing of the doors at the end of that duel.
By the way, I'm going to give you guys some fucking trivia here. Wall Shadow?
Yeah.
Wall Shadow is a real card. Is it a
No.
fusion card?
It's an effect monster.
No. Correct, Carl. It's an effect monster that can only be summoned by the spell card Magical Labyrinth, which you first have to equip to Labyrinth Wall and then tribute Labyrinth Wall
That's
to special
fucking
summon Wall Shadow from
stupid.
your hand.
Oh my god!
But it actually works like that in the game.
In the actual card game, apparently, yeah.
Huh.
In Wall Shadow becomes a 1600 attack point monster with 3000 defense that honestly just is
See,
good.
for all that
that'll
trouble,
work.
3,000 defense ain't bad, but 1,600 attack is pathetic.
it's not worth it.
But
And then
it's like you're
it's an
getting rid of a monster that already has 3,000 defense.
And the worst part of it is, it's an effect monster, but its only effect is, cannot be normal summoned or set, must first be special summoned with Magical Labyrinth.
Was it just made like after this episode so that people could feel cool?
Probably.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
I remember
it
getting
was.
it when I was little.
It's a completely shitty card. Para and Dox's entire deck has no modern day support. All of the cards in their deck fucking
Yeah.
suck.
I wish I'd make a Newgate Guardian.
Even Monster Tamer?
Monster Tamer's fucking god. I hate that shit so much.
No, I have a note about Monster Tamer later.
We'll get to that.
What else happened in the first episode? 'Cause I feel like it was just
They had that really cute art style where Jory was explaining his little village.
The
bit.
riddle, yes. Oh, I love
It was
that.
a very cute art style. I was like, I love this.
Oh, yeah.
That was really good. Also, Jirai Gumo, terrible fucking card, modern day. Pretty decent in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Because in early Yu-Gi-Oh! They didn't have any of the fucking modern day meta bullshit that they had, so getting a level 4 2000 attack or 2200 attack point monster out on the field was pretty fucking
Yeah.
good. It has an unfortunate effect though. Anytime you attack with it, you have to flip a coin, and if you call it wrong, you lose half your life points.
That's
Yeah. Yikes.
obscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, for early Yu-Gi-Oh, that would be worth it, but nowadays,
Nowadays, that's like, fuck no.
nowadays that's worse than bad. That's
I love that the entire episode was just them trying to figure out which door to go through, and then they didn't even figure that out in the episode.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
sat here talking about the riddle the entire time, and then halfway through they were like, "Oh,
Hey,
we're playing
no,
a card game."
I'm sorry. You're forgetting the best part of the riddle. One guy's from Toothville and the other's from Liarsburg.
And then Yugi's just like, oh, it doesn't matter though, because there's two people here. That doesn't make
Hey, I'm
any
gonna roll
sense.
something for the
And I
effort
was
here,
like,
you.
What? It's still.
One guy's from Truthville, the other guy's from Brooklyn.
I love how like polymerization seems to work in this, where it's just I'm gonna slap this thing into this thing. That's
Yeah,
just
it's-
how polymerization works.
Yeah, polymerization in
This fuses
the
anything.
anime, it's literally just, we'll see what sticks. Let's try.
Let's just throw shit at the wall, see what happens. Fuck it, dude. Let's go.
I guess my shadow did stick to the wall. Funny that.
I'm gonna play this labyrinth tank. That's a fusion. I don't give a shit. Just, there he is. Fucking Christ.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Kunai with chain.
Kunai with
Oh,
chain.
yeah. And then it just like stays with him, but it's not a trap card anymore. And it just boosted attack. Is that an actual thing?
It actually
Yeah.
works like that. That actually works like that. I looked up its ruling.
I don't trust anything that I see in the anime. I'm like,
That's fair, but
not-
this is one of the most sensible effects that I've seen from
one of the
these
things
cards.
that doesn't work with it is that Joey equipped it to Celtic Guardian, but then put it onto his Axe Raider. And that's not how that works.
Yeah.
But Kunai with Chain does activate as a trap card to change a monster, I think it said, into defense position from attack position, and then it becomes an equip.
Okay, real talk? Why the fuck is it called Kunai with Chain? That thing is not a kunai.
Because it's a kunai with chain.
No,
Pay
it's-
attention.
It's funny because in the Japanese, I was trying to make out what the card is actually named because the subtitles just say kunai with chain, but I heard the word boomerang, and I'm like,
That makes more sense.
metal boomerang potentially. Yeah,
I'm fucking.
you're gonna look it up.
I'm gonna fucking look this
Okay.
up because that thing is not a kunai. I know enough Naruto to know that's not. A kunai.
That's fair.
Okay. I want you guys to guess what the name is in Japanese. I'm doing this bit now.
Boomerang.
I mean,
Kunai
I'm gonna
with
do
chain.
that for another card later, but that's fine. I'll stick with metal boomerang.
Almost saved.
Chain attached boomerang.
That's
You didn't
funny.
even-
Sorry, Carl.
You
Boomerang
motherfucker.
with chain.
Fucking cut me off. you
Every
fucking piece of shit.
every other fucking language has it as a kunai.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Except
That sounds
the
wrong.
original Japanese where they're like, it's a boomerang.
It's
Nah,
funny.
dude.
It's wrong.
Yeah, it's a kunai.
Kunai,
Come on.
kunai or kino.
I hate this card.
It's just what it is. Pay attention.
I hate kunai with
Look,
chain
it's just
so
a really
much.
weird looking kunai. Just come on. It's just a knife.
Look, Shora, is this the
Knife
episode
on a
where we
chain.
have to tell you that your suspension of disbelief needs to be greater? Because literally, I bring up the fact that there's a card that's a trap card in the actual real life card game. That's a spell card in the dub for some reason. That's then a trap card in the original Japanese, and I don't know why they made it a spell card in English, but I'm so upset.
They hate.
We'll get to
Our
that later,
lives.
though.
Listen, it's not a fucking
Listen.
kunai.
Do you think 4 kids are
This is going to be a
competent with
shirt
this
at
sort of
some
thing?
point. It's
They're not.
No.
Yes.
this is I'm calling it now. After Bakura from school, this is our next fucking shirt design.
Oh, that was
It's
my.
not a kunai.
I forgot that in the first part of the episode, they're like, Bakura? Where's Bakura? Because he like walks away in the.
Yeah, I
good.
was just like, when they found the arena, I wrote down fucking with Joey. Bakura, I swear, if this is another trap that evil spirits making you do, I'll shove that ring where the sun don't shine.
I still can't get over that. He's just
Blimey.
like, oh, this ring just tells us where to go. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's what it does.
Blimey, my ring has gaydar.
Hello.
That's a
Hello,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Bakura
Abridged
boy.
joke.
Yugi, I think I'm hot
Oh,
and
no.
bothered.
Yugi, I think we need to get out of here right now.
We do need to get out of this joke
Bakura,
right now.
why?
That's why we're
Episode
transitioning
20.
into episode 20. Episode 20, we're transitioning now because I think we're done with episode 19.
So
Episode 19 was nothing.
I think this started. I think this started from fucking like the last episodes we covered. But every episode has a recap now, and I'm like, Christ, 5 minutes of
Well,
shit
that's why
I've
I'm
already
kind of enjoying
seen.
watching on Netflix because they're just like skip. I'm like, Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yeah.
But if you skip the recap, it skips the
I
intro.
just hover through and I'm like, okay, where does the intro start? There we go. I'm good.
What makes me the most upset,
I don't think I've watched the intro since the first episode.
I mean, different strokes. It is still really good, though.
what makes me the most upset about watching on Netflix is when I'm like, all right, let me pause the episode now that I'm at the end to write down my final thoughts, and it just starts playing the next episode right away, and I go, no, don't do this to me. Please stop. Also, why do you keep turning on the fucking subtitles? I don't want the subtitles on, bro. Just fucking leave them off.
That's too bad. You get
Never
the
listens.
subtitles.
It never listens.
Did you write your intro wrong?
Oh, of course. Of course I fucking did. Every single one. Intro still fucking slaps every single time. And it'll never not be a bit. And it's only for my eyes.
So the first fucking thing I wrote down for this episode was just when Kaiba fought the dude with the hair. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Chemo.
I can't remember his name. Chemo. Yeah, chemotherapy.
No!
When he fucking like elbows him in the gut, it makes this like wooden boing
Right?
noise.
It's like an arrow. I'm like, what?
Like, is this dude made of wood?
My wooden body gives me an advantage, Seto Kaiba.
Carl,
And he's like still holding his case through the whole thing, right? Because I wrote down like Kaiba Rod takes that person with one hand. Because he's just like.
I'm also just going to point out,
Yeah.
we're playing another...
Carl has already seen this note.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Shibuya. Go ahead.
We're going to play another fun game of what's censored in this scene.
Kaiba had a gun.
No.
Okay, that's your
Did
guess.
Kaiba had a bow and arrow.
Sure, would you like to take a crack at this?
I'm gonna say that they just censored a little bit more of a fight. Like,
Oh, maybe blood
there
came
were a
out.
few more punches thrown, and they just cut straight to Kaiba elbowing him. Like, yeah, Kaiba took him out in one hit.
Interesting. You're all wrong, but Shora and Carl, you're on the right track. Because
Damn
there's
it.
an entire censored scene. Because Chemo has a gun. And pulls a gun on Kaiba. And Kaiba puts a hand up. He holds the briefcase still by his side, but he puts one hand up and he has a card in his hand. And he's just talking to Chemo here. And Chemo tries to fire the gun, and Kaiba just
and he
like
throws the card
throws his
into it.
hand out. The card gets wedged in the safety of the gun, so the gun
I
can't
forgot
go off.
about that.
Kicks him.
This is not
I
And then
forgot
he's
all
just
about
like,
that.
This rare card got
What?
damaged because of you. I'm gonna have to punish you for that. And then he elbows him and throws him over a shoulder.
Oh, I forgot all about
That's
that.
so good.
So good.
That's
I love
so
Seto Kaiba
good.
so much.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Just going back to that fucking Chemo's made of wood thing. Carl has already seen this note because I DM'd it to him last night. Later on, when they're walking through the castle, I wrote down, "I'm much bigger and stronger than you are, and I'm made of wood. You know what else is wood?" Shibuya has censored this note.
Good. You understand what I would have done.
I've seen plenty of hentai like this one, Kaiba. Please stop talking and keep moving.
So my notes ended up deleting themselves midway through me writing for the sub. So I'm having to go back through the episode as we talk to get to one incredible bit of English. Hold on. You guys can keep talking while I
So
figure
Dark
this out.
Magician got them.
Yeah, it switches
Dark
back to
Magician got them jumps though, huh?
the fight, and he puts in Dark Magician. And I don't know how the magic box trick works, but I feel like that's not how it's supposed to work.
That's how it works in the actual card game.
Damn it!
If I remember correctly, the caveat is that it has to be a spellcaster type monster that goes in the box for it to work. But let me
Mystic
see.
box, that's what it is. Yeah. Target one monster your opponent controls on one monster you control. Destroy the first target, then give control of the second target to your opponent. Oh.
Okay, yeah. That definitely balances it. Because A, it can't just destroy any single card on the field, and B, then your opponent has to be able to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was like, you have to have a spellcaster type monster for this to work, but I guess not.
I'm sure that, well, I mean, for the show, it's just destroy one monster by looking like you sacrificed a monster, like the
Destroy
actual, like,
one
trick.
card for free. in the show.
Yeah,
That's all it
That's
is.
crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's supposed to
busted.
look like it's
It's supposed to look like the box
like the
trick.
magic trick. Yeah.
Yeah. So do they follow more closely to the game now at this point in the anime?
Not quite yet.
I don't know what the fuck's going on in the anime right now.
Not quite yet. It takes up until Battle City for the show to finally establish
mean what we're
rules that would
watching,
be
yeah.
used by the anime. Or that would be
Yeah,
used by the actual cartoon.
And trust
It's
me when
about
I say,
like around the end of
we're not
Duelist
even-
Kingdom where it starts getting more realistic.
we're not even close to Battle City yet, guys. We have to do a filler arc immediately before Battle City, and then we have 2 mini filler arcs.
That'll be good. We'll do that all in one shot.
Okay. I've reached the point where my notes deleted themselves for no real reason.
I just want to read the Italian name of Mystic Box, which is Scatola Magica. Just an interesting note.
Scatola
Hey-
Magica Puella Magi, yes.
Hey, Shibuya, Carl. Look forward to the fact that immediately after Duelist Kingdom, we have to do the first VR arc.
I actually like the first VR arc a lot. The
So
second one I
excited.
hate, but the first one I'm fine with.
What's your fucking problem?
It comes at the worst possible time. That's my problem.
Can I...
I feel like I might have just scared bio-roxas shitless by saying
I took my headphones off
first
'cause I didn't
VR
wanna-
arc.
No!
Oh,
I took my headphones off, so I didn't hear it. Damn it.
I love when Yugi shouted, "Jory, look out!" I thought the first thing I thought of was the Family Guy bit where Brian gets hit by a car.
No. Am I gonna have to ask Shore to draw like Joey laid out on pavement and then make that our thumbnail? Is that what I have to do?
I'll fucking do it.
Jory, look out!
Pay me $30 and I'll do it.
We
Yeah,
have
that
we have
Patreon money has to
Patreon
go.
money now. I could feasibly do that.
I love how like half the cards that the Paradox call forward like ignore the rules of the game that they made.
Yep.
So they just like have these monster cards that can just jump around the arena.
Yes.
I love fucking they sit down Jiraiya as a card, and I'm like, okay, it's a monster and you're putting it in your spell and trap zone. That's no, but all right. And then Joey steps on it, and it's just like, you've activated my landmine spider, and I'm like, no, that's Jiraiya.
Okay. Here's
That's not landmine spider. That's
If
not.
if Jiraiya had been a flip effect monster, I would have believed
Here's
it.
my thing with it. In the sub, they do not bring this up like verbally, but there is a trap card that they play that I think lets them set a monster as a trap in the maze. Because they bring out this trap card that's like a grid, and it has like a square done up completely in black. So I think that's what they were going for. And then in 4Kids, they just ignore that trap
Yeah,
exists
they
and are
just
just like,
cut
yeah,
it
it's my
out.
landmine spider. No, it's
That's
not.
fucking God. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. All I wrote after that note was, "This is the worst."
Yeah.
And immediately after, Dune Worm, Dune Worm, Dune Worm, Dune Worm.
Dungeon Worm is pretty good. See, I just thought Alaskan Bullworm when I saw it.
The Dungeon Worm! And we increase it with Invigorate! And now it will dig! Alright, there we go. There he goes.
Like,
He's
okay.
gone.
Okay.
Alright, shit.
There he goes. What will he do? But yeah, when they summon Monster Tamer to the field and then are just like, I can use my Monster Tamer to control my brother's Dungeon Worm. In Japanese, I need you to know that Monster Tamer is just softly, it's really funny. It's just going, Dungeon Worm, come on! It's so good.
That's so much better than the English where he's just going,
Yes, he actually speaks in the Japanese, and I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe because monsters get destroyed so they can't be people?
I don't know.
But then Dark Magician can also do a front flip because he feels like it?
That also contradicts everything that goes on in future
Yeah.
arcs.
Yo,
Well,
first
listen.
off, can I say, I always loved the idea of Gate Guardian. I think I still have a Gate Guardian toy somewhere in a box in my closet.
No, it's a cool concept.
It's really cool. Can I also say that Taya just going, another Chinese box? I was like, you got a problem with Chinese things, Anzu? You alright, bitch? So much emphasis on it. Like, all right, shit, we're going there, I guess. All right, 4 kids.
Like we gotta censor Japanese notes, but we can call them Chinese boxes. What's up with that?
It's the emphasis she put. The Chinese box. It's like, all right, we're there, I guess. You tell us it's American made.
I blacked out for like the whole rest of the fight.
That's
fair.
I know like the Forbidden One cards came together or something.
Yeah, like the
or whatever. It's like the same tier,
like
right?
the elemental monsters make one big boy, and he's in the class of Exodia. And I just wrote and what class is that? Yugi is like. Can you tell me? Can you explain this? Perhaps an outline of what monsters are in the class of Exodia, please?
Yeah, I was just like, it's literally not in the same class at all. It's not a win condition card.
Right? I was like, this is
it's very funny.
If anything, that fucking winged elephant is.
Winged elephant is in the class of Exodia, and Gate Guardian isn't. Can we get an F in chat?
God, no.
F.
No.
Shit. Fucking when they summon a monster tamer, every time that thing fucking made a noise, it was so funny. Because he's like explaining how he's using it. He's like, by using this monster tamer, and it just goes, yeah. I was like fucking cracking up.
Meanwhile, my stupid brain is going, Dungeon World, come on. It's so good.
How do they know that Worm has fire weakness?
I don't know, but Joey gets stupid lucky all the time.
The
Also,
worm turns, or should I say burns?
I mean, Joey literally sends fire into a hole in the ground like this is Naruto, but this is not Naruto. This is a trading card game. This makes no logical sense in the context of a trading card game.
Shibuya, you have to turn your brain off so you can enjoy the anime.
It's my least favorite scene. I'm spoiling that right now. Fuck that. Literally, there's more bullshit in later episodes, but that bullshit is at least somewhat reasonable compared to Salamander going in the magical hat. What?
This was the point in the series of episodes where they cut to them flipping, and I just started flipping out. And I was like, stop fucking flipping, I swear to God!
Right? I was like, you're in the middle of a battle, and you're like, nope, okay, let's just hold on. We're going to walk over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, jump.
They played that scene like 5 fucking times. They just kept coming back to it.
It's so bad.
Yeah, but Gate Guardian got cake, though.
More like
Cake
Guardian.
That's it.
Jesus
Instinct.
Christ.
Perfect.
Hey, I have to make an edit of yugioh friendship again. Carl, Shibuya Cake Guardian. That's a post going on the Patreon for patrons exclusively. They get to see that bit early before we put the episode out. I'm doing that now.
I love fucking they're like watching them like, if they don't win, we'll never get out of this labyrinth. And Bakura's like, Tristan, man, thanks for cheering me up, mate.
It's so good.
Legitimately, I just have a note that's just, don't be sad, Bakura from school. Tristan, mate, thanks for cheering me up. Blimey, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Pit and all that.
Bakura, man, you gotta stop being so depressed. Wow, thanks, Tristan. All of a sudden, my troubles have vanished. The sky has parted, and now I can see the sun. I'm cured. Dickweed. I just wrote a note that's just, ha! And I don't know what the context is.
I have a couple of those.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, Bio, would you like to know how Magical Hats actually functions?
Yes,
Because
please.
Magical Hats is very cool, but it's very busted here. First off, Magical Hats in the actual card game is a trap card, not a spell card. Mm-hmm. So you have to take a turn to set it. During your opponent's battle phase, choose 2 spell or trap cards from your deck and 1 monster you control. So it's not 4 hats, it's 3. Special summon them as normal monsters in face-down defense. Set the chosen monster if it is face up and shuffle them on the field. The 2 cards from your deck are destroyed at the end of the battle phase and cannot remain on the field except during this battle phase. So what that boils down to is, for the entirety of your opponent's attack, a single opponent's attack, you get a freebie, and they get a 1 in 3 chance of still hitting your monster.
And then once that attack's over, you just
Once the attack
put them in the graveyard?
Once the attack is over, you're done. You cannot set traps after the fact. You cannot hide more things under the hats. There's only 3 hats, not 4.
Well, that's during the battle phase, so it's not like they go away immediately after the one attack. You have it for the full battle phase.
Well, true. Yeah, if your opponent has more than 2 monsters on the field, your thing's dead anyway. But
Yeah.
That was the one I didn't question.
it's funny how that works. Because literally, when he put Spellbinding Circle into one of the magical hats, I was just like, damn, I wish that's how it worked in real life. That'd be stupid OP, huh? But
So how did they defeat this? They just they cut it one at a time. I didn't understand that.
We're going into episode 21 for that.
Oh, we're gonna
get
before we get into episode 21.
Okay.
Chemo, at some point, fuck that name still, by the way.
It's great.
He tells Kaiba, like, you got the drop on me, and that's the only reason why you beat me. Like, you snuck up on me, and I'm like, you literally snuck up on him.
Yeah.
Are you gaslighting me, Chemo?
Yes.
Do you want to fucking get your ass beat again?
Maybe he'd like that, huh? Did you ever think about that? Maybe that's what he wants.
Croquet does. The only reason I think Croquet works for Pegasus is because he likes he loves the humiliation. Why else would you work for a psychic as his fucking defense person when you tell him something and he goes, I already know?
Yeah.
You can beg later when you're punished.
Yeah, Pegasus and Croquet really got something going on behind the scenes, but that's their business.
Look.
Oh yeah, no, I have a note that's just, God, they're a
They
fucking
are,
couple.
for real.
Couple of friends, smile.
According
Thanks,
to
4
4
kids.
Yes. If I recall correctly, the way that they were able to
Gate Guardian.
the way they beat the bottom part of the Gate Guardian was just because it's stuck in Spellbinding Circle, and because, elemental attacks are just allowed to do whatever the fuck they want in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the water came from the bottom part of the Gate Guardian and not any other pieces, only the bottom was targeted, and so the bottom got destroyed. Which is dumb, and not how it works at all, but, let's go with it.
Let me just say that if Gate Guardian can control the elements of wind, water, and thunder, or electricity, why...
Yeah, you'd think it would be able to ground the electricity.
Work? Yeah, you'd think that it would just, suck up the electricity and be like, I'm fine now. Thank you for the food.
It was in a Spellbinding Circle.
That's true. It was in a Spellbinding Circle. That is very true.
So, they weren't able to activate any of
But the Spellbinding Circle only works with one monster. Did it trap all 3 of them? I don't know what's going on.
That's a good fucking question. They're not going to answer it.
I know they're not.
No, you see, Carl, the Spellbinding Circle was basically a Spellbinding Girdle, so it couldn't eat that delicious, delicious elemental energy. It was like, oh no, I can't fit anything in here.
I honestly hate that Yugi just does the best move possible after summoning a big fucking dumb monster like that, which is Mirror Force, and they just went, no, our Gate Guardian negates that with its wind force. And that's like the kid where you play rock, paper, scissors with them and they go, I play laser.
That's a fancy way of saying it's not affected by spell or trap card effects, which, would make sense if it wasn't just hit with Spellbinding Circle.
But it still kills your other monster. Fuck you.
Gate Guardian doesn't even have an effect that's it cannot be destroyed by card effects or anything like that. It doesn't have anything like that at all. I looked it up. It has no effect like that. Its only effect can only be summoned by sacrificing those 3 cards. That's its only effect.
That's so funny. That's so funny. But
right,
also,
because it's only one thing. You sacrifice 3 to make the 1 card, so how can you target individual pieces?
Again, this show does whatever it'll do. It doesn't give a shit. You have to roll with it or you're going to hate it. And you all are making me think too hard about it. Because when I was watching the episodes, I was just like, okay, sure, do it, I guess. And now you're making me actively upset about it.
I want you to know.
Yes.
I looked up Gate Guardian just for the sake of double checking the effect. And immediately I see a really fucking incredible fan art piece of a divine Gate
good.
Guardian. And I'm just like,
If only.
fuck, that's cool. Why can't we get some
Someone made a Toon Gate Guardian that's really great.
That's funny.
I saw it. It's
cute
really
as shit.
good. The Toon Gate Guardian is so
Oh,
good.
that's
Anyway.
really good. Holy shit. I love that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes
Baby.
can be good
unironically
sometimes. Anyway,
good. Crush for Tacos, good shit if you ever watched this podcast. That's or no, not Crush, Rush
When-
for Tacos.
I'll put the right username next to the art so people can see it on the YouTube video. But when they play the spell card that like takes half their life points and adds it to a monster's attack, and Joey and Yugi's just like, that card, and Joey's like, it's all Greek to me, pal. I'm just like, no, Joey, you stupid idiot, it's fucking Japanese. You can have a kunai on a card, but you can't understand what Japanese is, you fucking idiot.
I love how like shitty they made the Ryoku fucking card art look in the series.
It's so bad.
Because the actual card art's really good, and the one of the shows just like, it's like, this is so dumb looking. It's great. Can I say I love fucking them cutting to the Kaiba section? They're just like the guys running through the fucking hallways, just like, we have to find him wherever he is. And I'm just like picturing hard cut to Kaiba with his hands and feet propped up on a wall, like climbing up like some spider monkey shit, just like his hands and feet sliding up. Just like, I hope they don't look up. But he still has the briefcase in one hand. It's like, I don't even know how I managed to climb up here with this like this.
See, I think it's really funny because I'm just picturing, considering how stupid Yu-Gi-Oh can get, I'm just picturing Kaiba doing one vertical leap like, huh, and then managing to cling in one shot. Oh, I love how dumb this show gets sometimes. Other times I hate it, but this sort of thing, I love it.
So, I just real quick looked up Rush for Tacos and found what I'm assuming is this person's like store page. And apparently they just make oricas, which are fake like original art cards. And the first thing I see are these really fucking sick looking Pokemon cards. That are just the ancient Mew style card.
I want to buy the Entei
that's
one
cool.
so bad. That's so good. Oh, I love Entei so much.
God,
That is
damn.
incredible.
Ooh, those are good.
Give me a link to this person's store page because I'll put it in the description. Because I love these a lot. I want people to be able to get these if they are interested, or at least just look at them.
He also has a whole bunch of like Yu-Gi-Oh ones as well. So hell yeah. Like he has some really, really good shit here. Or they. Who knows?
The
Can I
artist
just make-
known as Rush for Tacos.
Can I make a note
Yes.
here that when the flame swordsman got drowned to death,
Yeah.
he made some sort of awful fucking sound that scared the shit out of me. He's just like,
He's drowning, Carl. Do you expect him to just be like, yay?
finally, God will set me free. I'm coming to the kingdom, Lord.
No.
Open the gates of Valhalla. That's how Flame Swordsman sounds, right?
Oh, that's funny.
When are they gonna stop fucking flipping?
What?
They won't stop flipping. Not until Sin is gone.
I had to go back to listen to the sound, and immediately after fucking Flame Swordsman died, they started doing their acrobatic flips again.
Hold on, I have a very bad meme edit idea.
He's gonna scream.
I have a very bad, very awful meme edit idea that I need you all to talk me out of it. It involves Rowdy Rumble and Para and Docs flipping.
No, do it. No, do it, absolutely. 100%.
You're asking me to go to KZ levels of memes here.
Yes.
Okay. Remind me to do it later tonight and I might.
I cannot believe that these motherfuckers used the remove trap.
Yeah.
I forgot that card even existed.
I had it back in the day. It's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure I have that and Dispel back when they were called spell cards instead of magic cards.
You mean
Where it
magic
actually
instead of
said-
spell? They were magic cards until Wizards of the Coast stopped doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And then they had to
Yeah.
change the name to spell cards.
Okay, I couldn't remember which way around it was.
Yeah.
That explains it. Fuck. I always wondered why that was.
Yeah, because Magic the Gathering. They didn't want to confuse the names.
Fuck.
That makes sense.
It's good stuff. So, Black Skull Dragon
really
Raw.
cool. We're like on the same wavelength.
We really are.
kinda
It's
scary.
scary. So it's time to play another.
Yeah, I actually wrote that
It's
down
time to
too.
play another game of What's
Fuck.
the Name in Japanese. This time, the game is Black Skull Dragon.
Oh,
Name
boy.
him in Japan.
Red Eyes Dragon.
That's just Red Eyes. That's all Red Eyes is. Like the fusion of Summon Skull and Red Eyes Black Dragon. What is it called in Japan that 4Kids had to censor?
Undead Dragon.
If it's censored, it's got to be
Okay.
like Black Demon Dragon.
Yeah, I have to second that because they recently changed Summon Skull to be an Archfiend.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm gonna go with like either Black Demon Dragon or Black Meteor Dragon.
Well, Meteor Black Dragon's already a different fusion monster. But,
That's true.
Oh right, it is.
hello. Ding, ding, ding. We almost have an exact winner in Carl.
Damn
You
it.
were one letter off. It's Black Demon's Dragon.
Fuck off.
No, I'm serious.
I'm looking it up right now.
Black Demon's Dragon is what they call it in Japan.
It's not even demons, it's black daemons. Fuck off, dude. You-
Like literally when you said Black Demon Dragon, I was just like, oh, really? Someone got one of these
this
right?
card is always
right,
treated as an
yeah, this
Archfiend
monster.
card.
Yeah, because
Oh.
Summon Skull.
Is this monster ever even used in the
Yes.
anime? Sorry, I just went to look up fucking Meteor
Yeah.
Black Dragon.
Oh,
and,
Meteor Black Dragon? I don't actually remember.
No.
Like, I don't think it's ever used
No, but
in
that's
the
really
anime.
fucking sick.
Yeah. Meteor Dragon kind of sucks, which is probably why you don't see this as much.
Yeah, I mean, this is 3,500 attack point.
I feel like Meteor Black Dragon's a better name for fucking Black
Considering
Skull
it
Dragon.
used a
Because
meteor
it
attack.
fires meteors
yes.
out of its mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that when he like shot the fireball, and I was like, that was a meteor.
Yeah.
Why?
Literally, they call it, I think,
Molten fireball
they call it
attack.
meteor
Bitch, that's
burst.
a meteor.
in Japan. Like, I'm forgetting the name of that attack specifically, but it
Motherfucker,
did have
that
meteor.
dragon just cast Comet.
And after owning Paradox with Black Skull Dragon, they get back to something that's so akin to the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. I was clapping the entire time. This man literally just said, "Fuck your rules. I know your game's broken, so is mine." With this coin trick, it's so good.
Yeah, it was real good.
And you know the best part? That 4Kids decided to cut out of it entirely for no reason other than because they could.
Well,
When Yugi tricks them, in JP, everyone's cheering and Joe's like, "Yeah, you did it, Yug." Yugi's like, "Oh, right. I forgot to tell you one of my hands doesn't tell the truth."
Oh, right?
Wait a minute. Fucking hello?
What?
Hello?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I just
Hi.
I had to look up some stuff. Apparently Meteor Black Dragon does get used in the anime, but I don't know when.
Oh.
raw.
Probably in sevens.
But more important probably. But more importantly, did you guys know that there's basically a fusion of Black Skull Dragon and Meteor Black Dragon called fucking Meteor Black Comet
That is
Dragon?
really
so
fucking
raw.
cool.
What?
Whoa.
It's a level 7 Red Eyes monster and a level 6 dragon
That's
monster.
Completely obscene.
That thing is so raw. Holy hell, I'm making a deck based
That's
around this
so
thing.
sick. I
Okay,
love it.
after he beats... sorry, not to switch back to the
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
episode, but
No, go ahead.
after...
Not to go back to the topic of the podcast or anything.
But after they win, because like Yugi was talking through the whole like, oh, we have to think through this because there's two of them and not one, and one of them could be lying, blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they like win, and he's like, I'm not gonna believe in my brain. I'm gonna believe in the heart of the coins, and I'm gonna flip this coin. I'm like, what? What? Like,
Don't worry, it was a cool play.
It's funny because I think that was mostly a ruse just to make those two think that it was dumb luck, when in reality it was cold, calculated, and as ruthless as it needed to be for a couple of player killers. Because in JP it's like, yeah, they're the same tier as Panic. They're hired assassins.
You mean player killer of darkness?
my last note was just Mokuba is dead or in a card.
My last note is so much worse. And not in the way I have to censor, which is even funnier.
I love that, like, when they got near the end of the duel, Para and Dox were just like, fuck the rules. I'm attacking during your turn, Yugi. We're gonna attack twice now because now we can do that.
Yeah.
Sujin can only do the water shield once, Yugi, because you have him now. He can only do it once.
Yeah, once per turn.
It's like, fucking, you guys shut up. You're just making shit up now. Y'all are fucking sore losers. Get out of here. Shine your fucking heads.
That's basically just this
Sure,
fucking
if I
game,
send
yeah.
you a line, can you read it in your best Pegasus voice?
Oh, God.
This note requires a good
Yes.
Pegasus voice, so alright, I'm gonna DM this to you.
By the way, while you're doing that, noteworthy notes that I have. Play of the game.
Yeah,
Yugimoto.
no, when they said that, my brain immediately went to Overwatch, and I was like, I need out. My brain needs to stop. I was out of the hole.
Let's see, what's this? Oh my fuck. Okay. Do I have any water left? No, fuck. Kaiba boy. I've turned Mokuba into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen. It's Pickle Mokuba.
It's Pikuba. Bad.
It's Pickle Toon Mokuba.
Bad. Bad.
I'm turning into James.
Speaking of
from
things that look
Pokemon.
like pickles,
Whoa.
actually, I screenshotted this shot of fucking Para's head because I was like, bro, what's wrong with your head?
It's less his head and more that his neck is like extra
His
long
neck
for
is
no reason.
huge.
Thank you. You noticed that
His neck is
too.
like it's like the same size as his head. He's got like no chin. It's just all one unit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is one thick ass.
my
He's like a
God.
penguin.
I feel like every time I saw them on screen, it's just like something looks off about them. I don't know what it is, but it scares me.
Oh god, Shibuya, you have so much fucking
I know.
editing
They're bad.
to do. We're not making this
Get
easy
on.
on
No,
you.
I know. Hey, listen, I'm making money now thanks to the
Say
Patreon.
goodbye to your soul for the next week, bitch.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Kaiba.
Hey, can we get some F's in chat for Seto Kaiba, who just lost his brother to pickling? It's a very tragic incident.
I'm putting your brother in this jar, Kaiba. No! It's solely for pickling purposes.
There you go. That's how you bring it back.
So, episode 22. My first fucking note is just talk straight. Bitch,
My-
how?
my-
No,
first-
that was mine. I said talk straight, not gay, Pegasus.
What was your Shibuya?
See, mine was just glossing over that entirely and just going, Taya once again proving to be the most competent of these idiots.
Wow, that's crazy. My first note for episode 22 was intro still fucking slaps.
Okay, your first actual note that wasn't intro still fucking slaps.
Quite human, actually, just extraordinarily gifted.
Bio and I over here like same brain, same brain.
Well, my quote was quite human, actually, just extraordinarily gifted. I was like, what a wild motherfucker. Crazy as shit. You gotta beat Yugi in my game to even attempt to duel me, you Kaiba boy. It's like, what's stopping me from clocking you in the face right now, you freak?
I mean,
His, like,
he turned his
the
brother
first-
into a pickle. That's scary.
The first scene of the episode is him like undoing his little like collar, and I was like, "Yo, he's about to strip."
I put your brother's soul in a jar, Kaiba. You don't
Like,
want to kill
if
me.
I have a very bad joke I could make right now with that stripping comment.
Do it.
Face up, face down.
Face down.
Attack or defend.
We found out
That's
the secret
Croquet's
subtext.
night every night.
Look, all I'm gonna say is if Maximillian Pegasus put one of my loved ones into a card and then was handing me stuff, when I walked up to him, I would have just decked him in the fucking face. Be like, did you see that one coming? How about this?
Okay.
Just start beating the shit out of him and to go, release them or I will keep beating the shit out of you. You have no power right now. I will beat the shit out of you.
Okay, but real talk, the way Pegasus throws the fucking star chips at Kaiba,
Oh, it's
like
really
he's
funny.
throwing
It's so
money
good.
at. He legit throws the fucking star chips at Kaiba like he's throwing money at a prostitute.
It's so funny.
It's just like, here you go, Kaiba boy. Go fight Yugi for me.
It's like how I throw food at my dog. That's a joke. I don't have a dog.
I was about to say, you monster.
I would never do that. I love dogs too much. I'd
I was
kiss
like,
it on the head.
are we switching from the like child
From
abuse
child abuse to animal abuse, yeah.
to animal abuse?
Like, there's gotta be something every episode
no.
from Carl.
You see, I respect animals.
How
No,
much do
you
you
see-
respect them?
You see, that joke would have been real if it had been KZ on the podcast.
That's true.
Jesus
That's true.
Christ.
Then it would have been like, yeah, it's from my fucking dogs. They
He
keep
pissed
me
on
up
his
at
cat
night.
once.
What?
What?
You have to be lying.
Remember when Taya?
Don't tell me we're exposing KZ on this podcast.
Remember when Taya was remembered that they were in a shadow duel?
So,
Oh Lord.
so
Did you cut that?
Remember when they were climbing upstairs and they were like, "We're already halfway there."
In another few hours, we'll be at the castle.
Oh, wait, before that, freaking Kaiba being like, I'm gonna take your soul from your body in my own way. He's talking to Pegasus. And I was like, whoa.
That was so good.
Pegasus, if you don't give my brother's soul back right now, I'm going to remove your soul from your body in my own way.
Yeah, that was great.
Ooh.
And then my next note is just all caps. Finally. Oh my god, how did they just put it together? I'm dying.
Yes.
Because Taya finally was just like, there's something.
Taya's the smart one.
But then,
It's like there's
and
two.
I had an aneurysm because like 5 minutes later, he transforms and she's like, there's something different, but I
See-
don't know what it is. And I'm like, he grew 3 feet.
See,
What?
in the sub, Yugi comes out and says, "Yeah, there is another me. Sometimes I get scared, I can't control it." And then when he changes up at the top of the castle, she's like, "It's the other Yugi. It's him. Here he is, right here." And she doesn't bring up how weird it is that she never noticed it before. She's just like, "Yeah, it's him."
So they spend like half the episode just on these fucking stairs talking about shit that happened in season 0.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have 4 notes here, real quick.
Okay.
The first one is, I can't believe that they just took the clips from season 0 where she was getting held hostage by a criminal, but just left out that part and just put in the part where they found her working at that place.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
The second,
the fun fact about that, in the actual manga there, the reason she didn't want them knowing she was working at that place isn't because of dance lessons, or, well, tangentially related, she was saving up money to go to New York for dance lessons or something like that.
Yeah. That is actually what
She
happens.
didn't want them knowing she worked there because in Japan, a
You can't
lot
have a
of
job as
high
a student.
schools won't allow their students to have a part-time job.
Yes.
It's a really weird
Yeah,
rule.
that came through in the dub, right?
In the dub, it's they can't find out I'm not 18, which is
Yeah.
kind of a way of skirting around that issue. Because like schools will let people have part-time jobs here, and that's not as weird. So making it an age limit instead, I get it. It's actually not a bad way to translate
It
that.
also has some very bad implications.
It does.
You have to be
Yeah.
18
I'll admit it
to
does.
work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taya, are you working at Duel Monsters Hooters?
my second note was just related to that, which is, and do you think that was crazy? Wait until you see the blackmail, corruption, NTR Doshin scenario Yugi saved me from.
Carl sent me this note and I had to just not fucking talk.
Followed immediately.
Carl, why would you ruin my bit of guess the changes 4 kids made to the thing by spoiling exactly what they changed?
You see, that's great, because I was like, the dude that's fucking mugging her looks more like a gym teacher than a student or mugger, so this absolutely was almost a rape scene. Holy shit.
No, it's worse. I'm gonna tell you straight up what happens. So the note that's left in her locker. In the dub, for some reason they say like there's this weird abandoned warehouse. In the sub, it's come to the gym or I'll tell people your secret. And then there's a photo of her in the outfit working at the burger place, and she storms in like, Yugi, Joey, one of you had to have done this. And then this perv in the tracksuit with a camera shows up and is just like, well, what have we got here? You better do what I say if you don't want your secret to get out. And his camera slowly pans down towards her skirt.
Yep. Yeah. It's kind of what a feeling of what I had it was.
Yeah. And the worst part is that, again, when she's unconscious, he turns around and pans it towards her skirt. So I'm glad he got mine crushed.
My last note on the subject is related to the accent they decided to give this man.
Yeah.
What's the matter, you? Give me your fucking money.
Carl, hopping off of that real quick. When Taya fucking fights back against him and actually bites his arm.
That was sick.
I legit just wrote down, shit, this bitch has rabies, fuck!
Good. Don't mess with women. We're feral.
Yes. Yes. I grew up with 3 sisters. Yes.
There's one part like right before the flashback where like they're talking about the serious Yugi, and then Yugi just like turns around and trips and face plants into the ground. It's so good.
It's great. It's so good.
I fucking Taya like looked into Yugi's eyes and he looked into hers, and I just typed, I ship it.
All right, perverted mugger man, we're going to play a game. You're going to draw a card, I'm going to draw a card, and we're going to see which points are higher. Okay, but what if I draw a spell card or something?
Then you
Fuck
fucking
you, coma
lose.
powers, go!
Yeah.
Well, you see, interesting poor mind crush.
Listen, I'm just saying, you didn't think this through!
I'd just like to bring up that when they're done with that flashback and Taya's talking to Yugi about his 2 selves, she's just like, oh, I get it. There's the cool, strong Yugi, and there's the kind but unreliable Yugi. And I was like, excuse me.
Wow.
When
There's
has
Chad
he...
Yugi, and then there's Simp Yugi.
Yeah, that's a more accurate way of describing it. But even simps are reliable. Yugi is a reliable kid. Why the fuck would you do him this dirty, Taya?
Maybe I should start streaming on twitch.tv for Simp Yugi. I need a tier 3 sub in my life.
Oh no.
I've won 10 star chips, so stand aside.
My favorite part is when Kaiba's monologuing at Yugi after they get to the top of the stairs, and he's just like, Yugi, I don't know how you did it that day. And in all caps, my note is, Kaiba, you know how he did it. He drew Exodia. This ain't that hard to get, bro.
He just goes, the winds of change are blowing. I was like, that's a good line.
That line is so good.
Yeah, the winds of change blew your fucking star chips off the roof.
Yeah.
They just fucking tossed the star chips.
Right? I was just like, yeah, you just throw the chips in the ground. That's smart.
I just fucking
really.
wrote down, and we accidentally tossed our star chips off the roof. Shit.
It's very funny.
Well,
But they can somehow like float.
I'm also going
Right?
to just I'm going to point out that the dual disc, the part that goes on your arm for these early concepts are actually really fucking smartly designed in order to be Kaiba Corp. Because you know the giant black C in the middle, right? And you know how it has a big ring around it, right?
yeah.
So the slot that the deck goes in forms the C for Kaiba Corp. Because it cuts off the ring on the outside of the disc. I don't know. I just thought that was neat. It's a really
I
good
just
touch.
think it's neat.
ShibuyaGato 2020.
One of my
Yes.
notes is just Kaiba can't move on. Yikes. Because literally every time he's there in front of Yugi, he's just like, I can't believe I lost. I go over and over in my head.
Kaiba's
It's
the
like,
most
yo.
sore loser I've ever seen. And
I know,
I'm like,
I
I've
fucking-
never related harder.
All caps was just like, get the fuck over it. You lost the win condition card. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like, he's just begging Yugi to duel him. It's like, I just wrote down, is it like an abusive ex begging you to give him another chance? Like, seriously, I've changed. Take me back. Just one more time, baby. I'm begging you.
God, stop that.
Oh man. Also, why didn't this happen with Joey's duel, where like the cards
I was about to bring
appear in
that up.
front of them?
I was about to bring it up.
It's like, what?
We're going to play a little game of true or false. True or false?
True.
There is
Yeah.
a legitimate reason
True.
other than looking cool for the big cards to show up in front of you with Kaiba's dual discs.
False?
True.
Wait, Bio, what did you say?
False.
Carl's right again. True.
Damn it.
Because he wants
Two
to
for two.
counter Pegasus's magic or whatever, and in JP he has a monologue of, I don't know how Pegasus does it, whether he can read my mind or it's magic or what, but with these holographic cards, I can hide my expressions, so he
Why
can't
would they
trick
not-
me. I know. If he can read your mind, it's pointless, but what the fuck ever, Kaiba, sure. Sure, Jan.
Why would they not say that in the dub? That's so smart.
It's really smart, and then even, like, immediately after in the sub, Yugi's just like, Kaiba thinks he can counter Pegasus, but he doesn't know that the Millennium items are involved. He's hopeless. It's really good.
I love that Bandit Keith just sort of shows up and he sees these two dueling. Is like, oh well, shit. I guess I'm watching. This is what I'm doing now.
Bandit Keith's just like, shit, I'll enjoy the free show.
He's like, oh boy, some entertainment. Let me get some popcorn and a hot dog.
I heard that and I lost my mind. Rest in peace, movie
Wait,
theaters.
oh my God.
We knew you well. We hated your overpriced food.
Oh, I hope they come back.
I do
I
too.
like movie theaters.
Yeah.
Where else am I supposed to go to a fucking date? The Olive Garden? No thanks. I'll take my chances at Red Lobster. It's owned by the same people. I don't give a shit. At least they got
Why
shrimp.
wouldn't you just take your first date to go get a Travis Scott meal at the McDonald's? What could be more romantic than that?
I'm sorry, Shibuya. You were speaking, but all I heard was static. It sounded like you said take someone to Wendy's and get a bacon pub burger.
No.
Hey everyone, welcome to Face Jam. It's a podcast within a podcast about food. It's the Fortnite podcast all about food. I ate that pretzel bacon bun sandwich.
I'm not going to let you speak.
It was very
You have
good.
to
It
stop
was
that.
delicious.
You have to
There was a
stop
lot
that
of
now.
cheese.
All right, bit
It was
over.
really
you
good.
like Face Jam? We get it. Bit over. We're not sponsored by anyone, despite Carl's bits. That's a
I
separate
took a bite
podcast.
into the
It's a full
sandwich and
show.
there was a Yu-Gi-Oh
Genshin
card inside.
Impact.
I have no idea what's happening.
I took a bite of my sandwich and a Yu-Gi-Oh card was in it, and I took a huge chunk out of the corner. I was like, oh no, that was a rare one.
What card was
It
it?
was shiny.
What card was it?
It was a ghost rare winged dragon raw.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
That hurts. Fuck. You've made me sad.
I love
now.
how Kaiba throughout this whole battle is just like, my enemy got defeated, but that was part of my plan. It does it like twice.
Yeah. In
It's like
fairness,
all according to plan, and I was like, is it?
in fairness, with Sagi, I get it. Because Sagi dying to do that, to activate Crush Card Virus is raw. Speaking of which, Crush Card Virus is the card I was talking about. That's a trap in Japanese, and then a trap in the actual card game, but a spell for some goddamn reason in the 4Kids dub. Because of course it is.
I love that fucking Yugi uses creature swap in this duel to swap a card on his field with a card in his hand with the highest attack power.
No, it's creature swap is an entirely separate card to what Yugi
Or creature
uses.
swap.
No, it's what's
Well,
the actual name of it?
they were the same card from the last duel and this duel, weren't they?
It was the same card, but neither of those cards was creature swap. Hold on.
Let me take a quick
Yeah.
quick peek. Monster Replace.
Monster replaces the card. Yes.
And like last duel, it just swapped the positions of monsters, and in this one, it's just like the monster in my hand goes to field now. I was like, okay.
Let me tell you how it functions in real life.
Let's see.
Monster Replace actually functions the same way as in this duel. Target one monster on your side of the field. Return it to your hand, then special summon a monster from your hand. Doesn't matter which. It can be any, but for the most part, fairly similar, actually.
Hold on. Are there two of these?
Creature Swap is a separate card that lets you swap with one of your opponent's monsters on the field. So you're exchanging a monster on your field for one of theirs.
But there's also Shift, which is a trap card, which has the same sort of card art.
I remember Shift is
When your opponent targets exactly one monster you control for an attack or with a spell trap effect, target another monster you control that'd be an appropriate target. It now targets that new target.
it's different, but yeah, it's got very incredibly similar card art.
And people say Yu-Gi-Oh's confusing. Bro, just because they look the same don't mean nothing, dude.
That's funny.
I don't care who you are. That's
That's
funny.
I'd also just like to point out, D-Spell might be my favorite card pun in the entirety of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game.
It's really good.
Dispel, D-Spell, very good, very raw. Never have I seen it been equipped to Lejin before, but kind of neat.
I hate that these motherfuckers were like, here's our shot right here, zooming in slowly on Kaiba and his cards. But the card that's in the fucking center that the camera's zooming into is fucking Sagi the Dark Clown. Why are you zooming on the clown? It's so bad.
You just hear clown honking to the tune of Megalovania.
So funny thing, if I remember
Yep.
correctly, for a while, God, I've been weirdly able to talk about meta Yu-Gi-Oh for tonight. Lajin, I think, was actually considered a pretty good fucking card for a while. Like,
Yeah, because doesn't it
remember
doesn't
has
it
support.
have an effect
No.
where
It didn't
it's
have an
able to do
effect.
some
It had a support card. It had that lamp as a support card that was released, like, I want to say like a year or two after Duelist Kingdom, because it was a Shonen Jump, like one of those limited edition, we put the card in the magazine things.
Oh, right, it wasn't an effect monster. Never mind.
But in like really early Yu-Gi-Oh, it was a good card because it was an 1800 attack point level 4 monster, and those were
Yeah.
relatively rare back then. Like,
Yeah.
the best card for that level was Gemini Elf, which was a 1900 attack point level 4 monster. With a good ass design too, actually, thinking about it.
I just started looking up Lajin support, and a lot of the images I'm getting are like fan-made cards that looked very real, and I'm just confused and scared now.
People like the genie. What else is there to be said about that?
Prince Ali, Glorious He, Alibaba.
Say goodbye to Prince Apopo. What if I just make the thumbnail for this episode Ja Close with absolutely no context aside from this one snippet of the episode?
Apparently, hold on, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I was about to freak out because I just saw the lamp archetype on the Yu-Gi-Oh Wikia, and it was like archetype used by Seto Kaiba in Arc V, and I went, what? But I missed the part where it mentions
What?
another character's name named Halil, and that's the one who was in Arc V that uses them.
Oh. Yeah, I was about to say.
So that was confusing for like 3 seconds.
Yeah. I'd also just like to bring up the funniest bit is this entire set of duels has just been Dark Magician being the extra bitch that we know he can be.
The fucking finger waggle.
He does the
so
finger
good.
waggle in English, but in JP he takes it a step further. He's just like as he's doing the finger waggle. It's so good.
Oh,
I love Dark Magician so much because he's a bastard. It's so good.
You know, Pegasus programmed that in, like, personally. He was like, Dark Magician gets this animation where he just,
Yeah, he's just like, magical twink, don't mind if I do.
the only thing that would have made that scene better is if Yugi was just like, get her my Dark Magician, and then he goes, yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
That's a JoJo's joke.
Yes, it is.
That's for the people who don't know.
It's pretty funny stuff.
I didn't know.
That feeling. When's the JoJo's podcast?
No.
My God.
you can edit it.
I refuse. I'll be on it, but I will not do any work for it.
Carl, if you edit it, I'll read and watch it.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, I've watched up to
Tempting.
a certain way through part 5, and I would actually be willing to get past Babyface, finally, eventually, if I was on a podcast
Funny
for
thing is, I say that, I've read through the entirety of JoJo's 3 times.
it. Damn.
You're insane.
Even parts 1 and 2?
Yep.
Shit. That's dedication.
Listen, sometimes you're stuck at home with shitty internet, you get real bored, and you're like, I'm going to read the entirety of JoJo again.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Sometimes you get an itch and you have to go to your doctor about it, and he says your box is pretty mystical, and I go, thank you, doctor.
And then he looks at Carl and tells him he has worms.
I don't even know what that means. I'm scared.
You don't want to know.
The crush card virus.
Crush card virus is not a spell card.
no.
Why is it green for kids? It's not green in Japanese for kids.
It's not green in the card game.
Yeah, like they went to the trouble of changing it.
For some goddamn reason, yes. I don't know why. It upsets me.
I'm pretty sure I own the Crush Card virus.
I know I owned it because I when I was begging for Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid, my mom got me the Yugi and the Kaiba structure decks, so I had Crush Card. It's very good.
I remember having a limited edition version of it. Again, Shonen Jump as a kid, they fucking threw Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That might be where
at
I
you
got
like
the one I
fucking
had.
Clockwork.
I wrote down I used to use Crush Card virus with Dark World monsters because I'm an absolutely disgusting piece of shit and put a smiley face.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'd also just like to point out my immediate next note after Crush Card virus is, no, Yugi, Silverfang sucks!
Yeah, I wrote down, get Silverfang the fuck out of here.
Yes.
This fucking dog out of here, dude.
Okay, so going through, Shonen Jump released a lot of different promotional Yu-Gi-Oh cards over the years.
Oh, like a million.
That's fair.
Including, they had Blue Eyes White Dragon twice, one of which was an alternate artwork card.
It was a really cool looking one.
It was a really good one. Red Eyes Black, Archfiend of Gilfer, Obelisk the Tormentor, Blue Eyes Ultimate, Unity, yugioh Friendship, and Judgment of the Pharaoh. 3 cards which are not good, but have good-ass, anime art on them.
Unity and yugioh Friendship are very raw when put together. Because you don't know, let me explain. Unity, I believe, because I've looked these up recently, is make an offer to your opponent for a handshake. If they accept, you will divide both players' life points evenly between the two of you. And then yugioh Friendship combines with that to say your opponent must accept a handshake if Unity is played. It's so good!
That's so funny.
And then the art for Unity is Yugi... No, the art for yugioh Friendship is Yugi and Joey doing the handshake. Let me repost it for you so you can see it.
Oh, right. The Shonen Jump, alternate God card artwork was fucking raw as shit. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I
it's
have that
really
obelisk.
cool
It's
shit.
really good.
Oh my god, I want that Slifer the Sky Dragon so bad. That reminds me. Guess who fucking bought the Slifer the Sky Dragon Funko Pop?
Guess who's
Disgusting.
jealous that you bought the Slifer the Sky Dragon Funko Pop?
There were 3 of them at Target. Shibuya, if you want it, I'll fucking, send me the money. I will buy it and ship it to you, bitch.
Kaiba
I'm considering it.
had 2 very good lines in episode 23.
Yes.
Let loose the dogs of war. And then immediately after, your puppy has been put down.
When I heard your puppy's been put down, I lost my mind thinking 4 kids, children are watching this. If any of them have dogs that have died recently, you've made a child cry.
Yeah, I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's a dark line.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know what's worse?
What?
I summon Griffor.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Griffor. And then it pops up, and I was just like, oh god, no, get it out of here.
Griffor is so good.
Okay. This fucking, these episodes murdered me because fucking Kaiba at the start of the duel summons, and I quote, Ryukishin?
Yes.
Bitch, that's not how you say Ryukishin. Also, that's not Ryukishin. That's
Ryukishin
Ryukishin powered.
I had that same note.
Yeah. I remember it from the structure deck. So
Oh, interesting.
What?
So I made a note because Kaiba's talking about how strong the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is and how powerful it is. And I was just like, I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure Master of Oz is a stronger card. Apparently not. It's 300 points weaker? I could have sworn this thing had 5,000 attack points. I think I'm going crazy about this giant koala.
Okay, yeah,
I never knew this card was real. What the fuck?
What, Master of Oz?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I love it.
That's
So
incredible.
I just looked it up, by the way. I was right. Crush Card Virus was a Shonen Jump card that came out, a limited edition version of it, for the Shonen Jump Championship Series promo cards, which included Gold Sarcophagus, Cyberstein, Des Volstgalf,
Yeah.
and Shrink.
Do you guys know that Cyberstein was the most expensive card in the world
What?
for so long? Did you not know that?
I didn't.
Really weird.
Someone put it up for sale. It was so hard to find. Someone had it up for sale for $5,000.
Whoa.
Let me see.
It has a decent effect. I can see why.
I can find it on Troll and Toad for $1.78.
Pay
Yeah, I think they
5,000
re-released
life
it.
points, special summon one fusion monster from your fusion deck to the field in attack position.
That would explain why it's so OP. Yeah.
Yeah, it was banned for a long time, and it was like hard to find because they only made so many, and it was just like the most expensive card you could ever buy. And
I mean,
now
yeah,
it's
you
like
get a fusion
nothing.
monster for free. Well, for 5,000
not
life
for
points, but
free,
that's
yeah.
basically free.
I kind of wanna look up fucking. Damn it! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look up the god cards.
I know the obelisk is raw. I've never seen the Kazuki Takahashi Slifer or raw, but
So
I want to know.
Okay. So the Shonen Jump art that they used for Slifer, they actually ended up reprinting in 2019 for the gold sarcophagus tin.
Oh.
The Shonen Jump version of it is currently going for about $18.
That's actually not bad.
The gold sarcophagus tin version of it is going for 49 cents.
That's funny.
But there's a really, really raw looking Slifer you can get from the gold edition card packs. And I kind of want it.
I'm looking at the what I think is the Shonen Drum Wing Dragon of Ra, and I need it.
If it has like the dark, like the black thunder,
It's the black
and it's shooting a
background.
beam, yeah.
It's not even shooting a beam, it's
mouth.
just covered in a fiery aura, and this is the coolest thing. But I'm not gonna post it because we're not at the God cards yet.
That's not the version I'm talking about then.
I have a note here that I also have no context for, where I just wrote "Shut up, you fucking Brit." So Bakura had to say something.
Bakura
that just
probably
made
said
me
something,
go, like,
yeah.
shut the fuck up, dude.
One of my notes is just what is happening. I don't remember what I wrote that about, but
Is that just how you feel as we talk about these
I
cards?
mean, do you know what episode you wrote that down for? Because I feel like the last episode that we watched is probably the
Oh my
what is
God.
happening
are we not in the
episode.
last episode? Are we talking about the fourth episode? Oh, not the fourth, but like the.
24.
I don't have any notes for that one.
Really? I thought you'd have at least some for that, considering...
I have another note that just says, "Someone please push Bakura off the roof." I do not remember the context for that either.
God. Oh my god. Bakura from school? Bakura who's about to get yeeted off this roof? What?
Bakura who's falling off of the roof? I'm not falling. Ah!
Is this the one where they summon the living arrow card or whatever?
Yeah, in 24.
And Kaiba's just like, what is that? And I'm like, you made this game. What?
Kaiba didn't make the game, Pegasus did.
Kaiba didn't make the game, he's just the world's best player.
Yeah.
Who, like,
Oh
owns
wait,
all the
what
cards.
is Kaiba Core then?
Kaiba Corp is mostly for, like, things related to duel monsters, like
Yeah, like the dual discs
like
and the
the
stadiums.
dual discs and the holographic
That makes a little
fields.
bit more sense.
Like, they build this
Okay.
stuff because Kaiba's a huge enthusiast, but Pegasus was the one who created the game.
Gotcha.
They are currently a game company. That's not what they were.
I got so like into the episode at one point. I just sat there just like watching the episodes, just not making any notes. And at some
fair.
point, I was just like started typing shit down like, how big do you think everyone's eye sockets are? Because their eyes are fucking dinner plates.
No, their eyes are massive. I had the thought of, wow, those really are some huge anime eyes.
Where'd you get them peepers?
Don't call them peepas. Oh. But, yeah, I'm going to move on to episode 24 unless anyone has any major objections to that.
Oh, no, we're going to episode 24.
Because my first note is, come on, Karibo! Fucking superb, you funky little baby!
I wrote down a series of notes of, oh snap, wait, is this the moment? Followed by me smashing the keyboard, shouting, there he is, I'm howling, and then he angry!
My immediate second note after fucking superb, you funky little baby, was infinite fucking babies! Because multiply is not used like that. It's really funny.
It's really cute.
Oh
Really
yeah,
funny.
my reaction was just, oh hey, that's the emote from the server.
Yes. It's him. It's the emote, man. Woo! Karibo's so good. And then he gets so mad when Kaiba's like, what the fuck are you doing with that weak-ass monster? The weakest-ass monster in all of Duel Monsters. And then Karibo's like, I'm fucking pissed at you.
He's so mad. He's like, oh!
I love Karibo so much.
I would love if we actually had a game where we could do dumb shit like this. Just pull shit out of our fucking asses. Like, I'm gonna fuse my monster with this magic card and shoot it at your monster to fuse them.
I mean, you act like this is not I'm going to act when we actually do a live stream because I'm not going to look up the rules.
You know what?
I'm just going to say shit and try to do.
You know what? I think I have an idea for Duel Monsters Monthly. So the first stream we do, since only 2 of us can duel at a time, the other 2 will act as moderators and judges. So if you're going to make up bullshit on the fly, the 2 people who are currently not dueling have to vote yes or no. And it has to be a unanimous decision. If it's a tie or unanimous no's, then no, it doesn't fly. But if it's 2 yeses, you're allowed to do the bullshit.
I felt so bad for Kaiba, genuinely, in this fucking part.
Same.
He just he sees his only hope to win start to get destroyed.
That vision fucked me up when I saw it. I forgot how dark it gets.
Yeah, I was just like, this is so dark. This is some Evangelion shit going on. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, if I were Kaiba and I had summoned a 4,500 attack point monster only for it to get turned into sludge, yeah, I'd want to fucking step off the goddamn roof too.
No, it's the funniest part, or not the funniest part, but like the wildest part. In English, he's like, "Well, you don't want to test it by performing an attack that might blow me off the roof, do you?" Meanwhile, JP Kaiba is just like, "For every 100 life points I lose, I take 1 step backward." And then he gets to the top and he's like, "If I lose any more life points, you'll kill me, Yugi. How does that feel?"
Moto, if you do this, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm just going to fucking fall backwards and die. You want to be a murderer, Moto?
That makes more sense.
I don't mind having blood on my hands. Sorry.
That makes more sense than the shockwaves will do it, considering his monster's attack would also cause shockwaves and also make him fall off the side. So
theoretically, yes.
Why?
Well, I literally, right after he says that, he kills one of Yugi's monsters and, no wind, no shockwave or anything. I was like, oh, he's bluffing. Kill his monster.
Yeah. Whereas in JP, I think it's because they wanted to skirt around the issue of Kaiba intentionally threatening suicide. Because here it's just a vague, "Oh, I might fall off," whereas in JP it's like, "I will kill myself."
This is the part where I started bartering with Yugi. I was like, "Listen to me, Yugi. Your grandpa had a good, long, healthy life. Mocha was young. His life's just beginning. There's so much he hasn't gotten to do yet. Meet the love of his life, drive a car, learn how to actually play the game, travel the world, get arrested in the parking lot of the nearby Applebee's for being drunk and unruly at 3 a.m, screaming, 'Why did she leave me?' as the cops slam him on the hood of their car to slap the handcuffs on. Go swimming in the ocean, learn a trade for a good-paying job. The possibilities are endless. Let your grandpa slip onto the card graveyard in the sky, Yugi."
Okay, here's the thing, though.
Carl?
Here's the thing. Oh, sure, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I have to interject here now. Do you think adult Mokuba just runs the nihilist Arby's Twitter?
Yes.
Yes! Yes!
Oh shit, this happened to
kids,
him.
Want to kill that nagging feeling of being deathly afraid of everything right now? We got you. Arby's is proud to announce a limited time offer. Derek is going to be selling his grandma's oxys out by the dumpsters every night.
Look, if there's any place that Mokuba would be found dead, it would be in the bathroom of an Arby's.
Not only that, there's the issue of after the lingering PTSD of being kidnapped and having your soul ripped out of your body as your big brother watches. Do you think he wouldn't be a little bit nihilistic?
God
Mokuba,
doesn't
what
exist,
are you doing?
Seto.
Mokuba, what are you doing?
Burning
Seto.
the Bible.
Seto, why did you buy all that toilet paper if you're not even coming to Arby's? Please enjoy Arby's.
I think the only other thing I noticed was after he wins, he just uses the force to pick up his stars. Did you guys see that? Yeah. I was just like, what? He's just like, woo, here we go. And I was like, okay. Cool.
Don't worry, he's got magnets in his hands.
The dual discs probably have magnets on them or some shit. I don't know.
Mokuba, are you okay? In these troubling times, let's not forget what's important is that Arby's technically owns no slaves. Please continue to eat Arby's.
What? I don't.
Get called out, Nestle.
Nihilist Arby's tweets.
Get fucking called out, Nestle.
Okay.
Get owned.
I wondered why you were bringing this up. I thought you were
Yeah.
just making shit up on the fly for Mokuba as a bit. But no, if these are real tweets, that's funny.
Those are real tweets.
I'd also just like to point out that after Kaiba, threatening to kill himself, wins the duel and then spits in Yugi's face, more or less, after Yugi is morally conflicted on the fact that he almost killed a man. My notes were just all caps. Kaiba, do not fucking trash talk. And then immediately, go the fuck off, Taya. Rip him to shreds.
Kaiba, you get back here. I'm going to fucking bite you.
Taya almost got ripped to shreds walking in front of the Celtic Guardians attack.
For real.
Almost got sliced clean in half.
There's also the funniest part, which is that in the sub, Taya's entire rant is so much worse, and I hate it, because she's like, you lost because you were willing to throw away the only chip that matters, your life. Yugi tried to save your life, Chip. And she goes on this tangent.
That's really bad.
She goes on a tangent of it.
Her dub actress went off so hard fucking when she shouted, he showed you compassion, which is more than you deserve. I was like, that line read was fucking good.
It was so good.
She put some fucking effort
That
in
line
that.
read did not belong in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like, she screamed that shit.
Yes.
You heard the mic clip with that. I was like,
It's
damn.
so good. It's so good.
Also, we all lost the game.
Did it?
Wait, didn't that end because there's a new pope?
We all lost the game.
Wasn't
You guys don't remember the game, do you?
no, right? The rules of the game were that if you think about it, you lose, but the game's over when there's a new pope, right?
Is that how that works?
I think so.
Was that it? Are
What
we
the
free? Are we free of our curse?
Were we free of the game this whole time?
Hold on.
You fucking idiots.
What the
Wait,
fuck?
maybe not. That's what I always heard in my town.
Let me look. Rules of the game.
Mokuba. Mokuba, are you going to come down to the New Year's party?
Seto, it's a brand new year, and guess what? You're either the exact same irrelevant, insufferable blob of shit you were yesterday, or you died last night. Enjoy, Arby's.
Hold on.
I'm the latter.
Hold on, because I need you to listen to me as I read through the Wikipedia page for this. The game, parentheses, mind game.
Right? I just saw that.
I need a Yu-Gi-Oh arc that's just Yami playing the game.
No, it must have just been something that my friend said.
Okay, the game is a mental game where the objective is to avoid thinking about the game itself. Thinking about it constitutes a loss, which must be announced each time it occurs. It is impossible to win most versions. Depending on the variation, the whole world or all those aware of the game are playing it all the time. Tactics, strategy.
Does it mention any sort of mentioning of the Pope?
No,
Nope.
it actually does not. Hold on.
Do you think the Pope one day was just like, hey, I'm about to do something really fucking funny?
Oh, hold on. On
Steps
WikiHow.
up, it's like, the game.
WikiHow about winning the game, and I'm scrolling down trying to find
This is what our podcast has come
learn
to.
strategy. Hold on. No, Yu-Gi-Oh's a show about games, so this is appropriate. Hold on.
true.
Let me Control F Pope, because the reason I came here. Consider adding variations to the game to make it winnable. So this was a variant on it that you knew, probably. Some may say that death can also end the game, while others say that the game will end when the British Prime Minister, President of the United States, or the Pope says the game is lost on national television. Still, others believe that the game can only be won when someone knocks the hat off the Pope.
The Pope. I didn't have the actual criteria right, but the Pope.
Yeah, Pope is
fair.
there. Pope is real.
Whoop.
Y'all
Damn.
keep talking about something, but my brain keeps going into static, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hey, you know Duel Monsters? How Duel Monsters is a card game?
Yeah.
It's a game like the game. You just lost it.
Okay, you see, you said Duel Monsters, and then all I heard was shh.
You are lying to me. I know you've lost the game already.
Shibuya, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you guys censoring yourselves? What the fuck's going on here?
What if I just made the promo for this week. Just static around Shora saying these things every time we mention it.
Oh no, they stole the...
Wait.
You guys keep like... Okay,
I can't think of the...
Shibuya, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and show you. Let me give you like a fucking example here. Okay. Fucking, you were talking about Duel Monsters, right? You were like, Duel Monsters? You know the game Duel Monsters? Well, it's a game like...
Bro, I did that before. This was a great duel.
This was a very
Yugi
good
suffered
duel.
his first defeat. He's become more aware of the spirit in his body. Kaiba's off to face Pegasus to save his brother. Bandit Keith's going to get his hotted dog.
That code animation on
Croquet's
Kaiba is the sickest shit I've ever seen.
Everyone wins, except Yugi, who lost.
Yeah, Yugi's broken.
Gonna nut.
This
And
child
Bakura,
is
who's
suffering trauma.
And Bakura, whose neck snapped when he hit the ground after getting pushed off the roof.
Oh no! I thought his shirt got caught in a tree branch and he lived.
I'm
Miraculously.
okay!
And then Tristan's
snagged-
just like, I'll fix that, as he's walking down, rolling his shoulders.
Yeah, I got strapped on a tree branch and I'm safe. Not for long. Where did you get a chainsaw? I found it in a supply closet.
Oh no!
Let's just cut that branch.
So,
Rest in peace, Bakura.
So I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So I have to go.
Okay.
okay, well, we can,
Like, you can cut all this out, but I was trying to keep going until the end, but
I guess that means it's time for us to
yeah,
go ahead
we'll
and
just
get
cover
started on
our
that
least
outro,
favorite
So sorry.
stuff and then just end it out. No, that's fine. If you got stuff you need to do, it's totally fine. All right,
see ya.
Bye.
say it.
Bye. Bye. Oh. Ooh.
huh? Man, what a wonderful person.
What a fucking nice friend. I love him.
What a... I have no idea if that actually picks up on Audacity.
It did. Oh, well, I don't know about Audacity.
I don't know if it picks
What
up
were-
on my recording. So.
What was our favorite plays and cards?
Well, first we're doing our least favorite card / play.
What was our least favorite plays and cards?
I've already spoken on mine. My least favorite play is Joey using Salamandra in the hat to get to the worm. It's cool in theory, but if you think about it at all, it's just the dumbest. And then my least favorite card is Wall Shadow. It sucks. It's dumb. It's there for one scene and then it dies.
Fuck, that's fair. It's also mine. Fuck.
Sorry.
Got him.
My least favorite play is Para and Docs reusing an animation cycle 6,000 times.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And my least favorite card... Oh, God, fuck. A lot of the cards in this... Ryukushin is my least favorite fucking card, because it's Ryukishin, you fucking idiots.
My least favorite play was Teia's racism towards China.
Oh my god.
And my least favorite card was Griffor because he scares me.
Griffor is a nice lad.
Bio, what
That
were yours?
fucking Chinese books.
My favorite card was when Teiya slapped the shit out of Yugi and gave him a kiss. Well, thank you, Bio. Very cool.
We're doing least favorite, first of all, and second, you're not taking my favorite play of fucking superb, you millions of funky little babies.
My favorite play was many Karibos.
Of course it is! I fucking love Karibo!
My favorite play was fusing Mammoth Graveyard with an arrow and then shooting it into the Blue Eyes Ultimate.
How is that
knew
not
that
your
was
least
gonna
favorite?
be
It's the dumbest
That's
thing
my
this show's
bad.
ever
It's really stupid, but I was like, fuck it, that's really cool. Fuck it, that's dumb as shit.
It is
but raw
hilarious
as
that
hell.
suddenly there's rules of undead and alive creatures not being able to mesh, and that botched fusions can be a thing. Because, like, now they can't.
My favorite card's the Crush Card Virus.
That's fair.
My favorite card was Black Skull Dragon,
Yes. That was good.
and my favorite play was that fucking monster swap to get the Black Skull Dragon to just fucking end
my God.
shit. That was so goddamn good.
You guys, I just realized if you rearrange the words in Crush Card Virus, you get Oh my god.
A, no, you don't. B, I'm censoring that for monetization purposes. C,
That's I forgot about that.
Fuck's sake.
I'm just going to put me saying the words
Big sicky.
big, sicky. And there we go. We have a censor. And then people know exactly what we're talking about because 2020's been plagued by it. So, Carl, you actually took my backup for favorite card, which is Crush Card Virus. I do love
Crush Card
it.
Virus is really
But
cool.
my favorite card, surprisingly enough, is one that just kind of gets underplayed. And like,
Primo.
no, Sword Stalker.
Okay,
I actually really like the idea of
I
it.
actually did
Pretty
have Swordstalker Raw as one of my notes because that card looks fucking cool.
It looks cool. The idea of it's pretty raw.
He looks cool, but he's not an effect monster. And he doesn't get stronger for every monster in the graveyard, and that's what they had him do. And it's like, why didn't you just like make that a thing? But you know,
Yeah.
it's old Yu-Gi-Oh. They're fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's old Yu-Gi-Oh shit's not always gonna match up. But even then, just the design itself is raw enough to carry it a little bit, I think.
It's pretty good. Hey, it's pretty good.
Then-
I should have said Gate Guardian because I love Gate Guardian.
Yeah, Gate Guardian's raw.
The Gate Guardian.
The Gate Guardian. And yes, my
He's guarding
favorite
that pussy.
my favorite play is multiply Karibo times infinity because of course that's how that card works. I'm sure of it in the real life TCG. Please don't look it up. I'm begging you. Wait, no, come back.
So do you think if they remake Yu-Gi-Oh, they're gonna have Chris Evans voice the Gate Guardian?
No.
He's guarding that gate.
So
No. He has to voice Suijin specifically.
Chris Evans. Chris Evans voicing Suijin like, God, that pussy.
Oh my god. All right. So, the next set of episodes we're gonna be watching, I was gonna leave it to a vote because I'm not entirely sure what we should do. But
If we're going by our current rules, it's Shining Friendship, Champion versus Creator, Part 1 and 2, The Night Before, and Dual Identity, Part 1 and 2.
yeah. See, my issue was, do I make it 6 and then only do 4 next time, or do we stack it to 8 here so we can stack it to 7 for best of friends, best of duelists, and then the 5-part duel?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because it's more viewing for now, but then
I got it.
it makes
Shibuya.
that a little bit cleaner later.
We make it a Patreon vote. Subscribe to our Patreon. Actually, we can make public
I
posts
could.
on the Patreon, can't we?
I could theoretically make a public poll for it, but then also realistically the poll would have to be up before the episode goes up, and then that gives us less time to figure out how many episodes we're watching, because depending on it, it's either 12 or 16 for me, and I need to know that in advance.
That is very fair.
I'm sorry, I just blacked out because I looked on Twitter and saw a tweet from the Monster Hunter movie I forgot was existing.
Oh, yeah.
With a bunch of military people pointing guns at a black Diablos, and I'm like panicking.
Mila Jovovich strikes again with her good video game adaptation movies.
Absolutely panicking.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it to a vote in the Discord because I do want Bio's opinion on this, and we'll see. But at the very least, we are doing 6 of these episodes. So episodes 25 through 30 are guaranteed. We'll see if 31 and 32 are a bonus for this week or added on to next week. We will tell you that as that episode gets a little bit closer. But for now, yeah, that's about it.
Thank you for watching the Millennium Microphone. Like, comment, and subscribe,
Wait a minute.
or else.
Before we go,
Oh.
we do already have some patrons, don't we? Do we want to?
We do.
Do we want to go ahead
we
and
do.
thank our 6 early patrons on this episode?
I will thank our early patrons because they became patrons very early on, within the first 2 days of this going live. So I will give them a shout out here, and hold on.
Do it.
I can't wait for it to
All
be a
right.
fucking Podlord name coming up.
I'd like to thank our $5 Celtic Guardians, Anderson Skull, Stephen Carr, and Josh the Juicy, as well as our $25 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Mistspade is here to steal your Ghost Rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Hell yeah.
Offstage-Tax, and Amew the Fox.
That's
Thank you all so much.
really
Seriously.
fucking good. Holy shit.
I can't believe Mistspade actually did this. Potentially for this. I don't know if he knew. It's just very funny.
Oh, holy shit.
It's real good.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
For
once
real.
again, if you would like to become a patron of the Millennium Microphone, the link is going to be in the description as well, but it is patreon.com/millenniummike. Millennium with 2 L's, 2 N's, Mike, M-I-C.
I can't wait for us to have to stop mid-episode discussion and go, but first we have to talk about the Forbidden Ones. Oh, fuck! The Forbidden Ones? That's impossible!
No, I should add that as a goal for the Forbidden One tier, shouldn't I?
Yes. Don't forget, if we happen to somehow reach 4,000 patrons, we will do the One Piece podcast.
No, that's not a goal on the Patreon. I never agreed to this, Carl. I'm
will
afraid I have to lock you in the
edit.
corner. Goodbye.
Shibuya.
No, it's not letting me drag. Why isn't it letting me?
Shibuya.
There we go. I figured out.
Shibuya.
No.
Shibuya. Shibuya.
For those of you unaware,
I will
in
edit
our Discord, I
the
have a chat called Carl's One Piece Corner.
Shibuya, I will edit the podcast.
And I'm locking him in the One Piece corner. Goodbye, everybody.
I will edit the podcast.
Have a nice day.
I will edit the podcast. And it's $1,000 per episode.
Oh my god.
It's $1 per episode for 1,000 episodes. So it works out perfectly.
No, because we're already getting paid for our Yu-Gi-Oh podcasting, which at that point will have been locked in for a few years.
7,000 of them.
We don't want to
my
watch
God.
One Piece alongside Yu-Gi-Oh. Smile.
Wait, no, let me rephrase that. Yu-Gi-Oh!
But you'll go through all the
7,000 of them.
JoJo's?
Because there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime called Sevens, and I want to kill myself.
Got him.
Sevens looks kind of bad. I'm gonna.
They all
admit
look
that fully,
fucking
but,
bad. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they.
Everything after
they-
5Ds looks bad.
We got goals for everything up to Arc V, and if you want more, get us to Arc V. Then we'll talk about further goals because that's years of commitment, baby.
If you guys
we
want
will
the One
see
Piece
you
If you
next
want to
time.
fucking
No.
torture us, get us to Arc V and Vrains and Sevens and ugh.
Get us to 4,000.
I don't have anything
Yeah.
set for brains and sevens yet because you cannot make me until you get me to Arc V.
Get us to 4,000. I'll edit that podcast. We'll do it, baby. We're in there.
If you're promising to edit it, then I might be inclined.
I
but
literally said that like
until
70
then-
fucking times, and you kept kicking me out while I'm shouting I'm gonna edit it.
Did I? Oh, that's a shame.
I'm still fucking recording, by the way. This is an extended outro.
I wish I was recording the Discord call so that I could know when I'm doing this. Go to the One Piece corner. Think about what you've done, Carl. I have to say goodbye to our podcast listeners. Goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, Carl.
Goodbye, Carl.
Thank you for listening to the Millennium Microphone. This podcast is something all 4 of us are very excited to be making and putting out. So if you like what you hear, make sure to follow everyone's social media to keep up to date. And if you know someone that you think would like our show them an episode. Send them to our Patreon at patreon.com/millenniummike. Spreading the word helps us a lot, helps us give you more content. It's a win-win. We have a lot of upcoming ideas for this show, for stuff to offer our patrons, so please keep an eye out for that. But none of that is possible without viewers like you. So thank you very much for tuning in. Next episode, we're covering episodes 25 to 30 of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we will see you next duel.